Hello, gentlemen. What if I told you that just a few small evening habits, the things you do every day without even noticing, could actually be the reason why your testosterone drops drastically every single night? Sounds hard to believe, right? Because you haven't really done anything wrong. You eat well, you sleep enough, you even exercise regularly, yet somehow your body feels more tired, your energy fades, and your desire just slowly disappears over time. And every morning you wake up feeling like you're no longer yourself. In fact, after the age of 60, a man's natural testosterone drops most sharply at night, right when the body is supposed to be resting and recharging. But if you accidentally make a few small mistakes during that time, even seemingly harmless ones like having a late snack, showering the wrong way, or staying up too late, then the entire process of testosterone production can be completely disrupted. And to fix this concerning issue, today I'll share with you if common nighttime mistakes that are silently breaking down testosterone in men over 60, along with the most effective and scientific ways to restore your natural vitality, starting tonight. And I believe the first mistake is something that many men are guilty of without realizing it. So please pay close attention. But before we begin, let me ask you something. Where are you watching this video from? Share it with me in the comments below. I'd love to know who I'm accompanying on this journey to restore vitality and confidence after 60. And now, let's jump right into the first part, where you'll discover that just one small bedtime habit can completely change your performance. Mistake 1, late night eating, the silent thief of testosterone at night. Did you know that just one late night meal can make your testosterone lose sleep all night long? Many men over 60 have a habit of eating a light snack before bed, maybe a few cookies, a glass of milk, or sometimes even a full meal around 10 p.m. They think it helps them sleep better and prevents hunger at midnight. But the truth is, your stomach doesn't have a sleep mode. When you eat late, it has to keep working all night to digest food. And that triggers a series of uncomfortable biological reactions. Specifically, late digestion stimulates the production of insulin and cortisol, two hormones that suppress testosterone. Meanwhile, testosterone is produced most intensely during the night, especially during deep sleep. So if your organs are still busy working overtime, testosterone will simply have to wait until tomorrow. Not to mention, eating late can lower sleep quality, cause bloating, overheating, and even make you wake up to urinate. A perfect combo to knock out testosterone in just a few hours. If you truly need to eat something before bed, choose light, easy-to-digest foods with no fast sugar, such as a bit of oatmeal, a few slices of avocado, or a glass of warm water with honey. And remember, keep it light, not a full bowl of noodles. But you know what? It's not just food that messes with your hormones. There's something else, seemingly harmless, that's quietly attacking your testosterone every night, and it has to do with your shower routine. My friend, if you're still watching up to this point, I'm really glad because it means you truly care about testosterone decline caused by evening habits. A topic few people notice, but one that deeply affects quality of life. Leave the number 1 below in the comments so I know you're still here with me. Mistake 2, showering the wrong way. Recovery hasn't begun, but testosterone has already retreated. One of the simplest pleasures of later life is soaking in a warm bath, relaxing your muscles, and letting your worries drift away with the steam. But if you think that soaking longer is always good for your health, I'm sorry, that's only true up to a point. In reality, soaking too long in hot or cold water can backfire, especially when it comes to testosterone, a hormone that's extremely sensitive to both temperature and circulation. When you stay in hot water for more than 15 to 20 minutes, your blood vessels dilate too much, which can cause your blood pressure to drop slightly. As a result, blood flow to the body's core, including the reproductive area, weakens, leaving you feeling lightheaded, tired, or even nauseous. And of course, testosterone production won't have enough fuel to kick in. On the other hand, if you take a cold shower at night, your body reacts by constricting blood vessels to preserve heat, which leads to the opposite effect: cold limbs, trouble falling asleep, and poor blood circulation to key endocrine glands. In other words, you're making your testosterone freeze. So if you're someone who enjoys night showers, keep the water warm around 98 degrees, 37 degrees, and limit your bathing time to about 10 to 15 minutes. That's enough to relax without feeling weak afterward. However, even if you don't eat late or shower the wrong way, there's still another silent culprit stealing your testosterone every night, and it's only a few inches away, right there in your hand, glowing in the dark: your phone. Are you ready to find out? let's move on to the next part. Mistake 3, using electronic devices before bed. When blue light turns off testosterone, many men have the habit of watching TV, scrolling through their phone, or reading the news on their tablet before going to bed to relax. But here's a fact few people realize. The blue light from electronic screens is a silent enemy of testosterone. That blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This delays the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy and fall into deep rest. And as you know, testosterone is produced most powerfully during deep sleep in the early night. So if you keep that bright screen on right up until you hit the pillow, you're throwing your body's biological rhythm out of sync, leading to shallow sleep and hormonal disruption. The result? Testosterone plummets no matter how much zinc you take. On top of that, reading stressful news, watching stimulating videos, or answering work emails late at night raises cortisol, the stress hormone, which further reduces testosterone overnight. The solution is simple. Turn off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. If you need to relax, try reading a physical book, listening to soft music, or practicing slow breathing, habits that not only improve sleep but also support mental health. But wait, even if you sleep early, sleep deeply, and stay away from screens, testosterone can still drop if you make one mistake that many people think is harmless, having a light drink or a cigarette to fall asleep. But the truth behind it isn't light at all. If you're still watching at this point, thank you for staying with me this far. I truly appreciate your time and your patience. Leave the number 3 below in the comments so I know I'm not talking to myself. And now, let's move on to the next part, where you'll see why just a bit of alcohol or smoke before bed is enough to make your testosterone evaporate overnight. Mistake 4, alcohol and cigarettes, the combo that destroys testosterone while you sleep. For many men, a glass of wine or a cigarette before bed feels like a nightly ritual, something to calm the mind, ease worries, and drift into sleep faster. It sounds reasonable. But behind that comfort lies a heavy price, a slow but steady decline in testosterone. Let's start with alcohol. When you drink at night, your liver has to prioritize processing ethanol, the main component in alcohol. But the liver also plays a key role in converting cholesterol, the raw material for testosterone production. In other words, when your liver is busy detoxifying alcohol, testosterone production is put on hold. Worse still, alcohol negatively affects the HPG axis, hypothalamus pituitary gonadal axis, the system that regulates male reproductive hormones. When this axis is suppressed, testosterone levels drop significantly, especially during sleep. And what about smoking? Nicotine causes blood vessels to constrict, reducing circulation, particularly in sensitive areas like the pelvis. This means less blood flow to the testes, the testosterone factory, which slows hormone production. Not to mention, smoking before bed also increases cortisol, lowers sleep quality, and drains testosterone even further. So even if you just want to sip a little to relax, think twice. It's not a friendly gesture of relaxation, but rather a double strike against your male hormones. But you know what? Even if you've quit alcohol, smoking, screens, and late-night snacks, there's still one major factor that's often overlooked: how you sleep, when you sleep, and how deep that sleep really is. And that's exactly what we'll uncover in the next section, the part that determines whether your testosterone recovers or continues to quietly fall. Mistake 5, sleeping at the wrong time, when testosterone starts its shift but you're still awake. One of the most crucial factors for steady testosterone production is sleeping at the right time, aligned with your body's natural rhythm. Unfortunately, many people underestimate this, thinking that as long as they get 6 to 7 hours of sleep, it doesn't matter whether it's 10 p.m. or 2 a.m., but the truth isn't that simple. Our bodies follow a built-in rhythm called the 24-hour circadian cycle, and the golden hours for testosterone production are between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., but only if you're already in deep sleep. This means that if you go to bed too late or your sleep is shallow and fragmented, your body misses its most important work shift for hormone regeneration. And unlike your alarm clock, testosterone doesn't have a snooze button. Interrupted sleep from nighttime urination, anxiety, or pain also severely disrupts this hormonal process. It's like a factory losing power halfway through production. Testosterone output drops, leading to next-day fatigue, poor focus, low desire, and even memory issues. The solution isn't complicated. Set a consistent bedtime, reduce blue light exposure, and create a quiet, dark, cool environment. That's how you trigger your deepest recovery mode. You don't need a smartwatch, just a biological clock you're willing to listen to. And now you might be wondering, I've quit drinking, stopped eating late, turned off my phone early, and started sleeping on time. So what else could still be silently affecting my testosterone? The answer lies in the seemingly harmless things you do the next morning. And surprisingly, just changing one small habit could help your testosterone recover many times faster. We'll uncover that right after this. Part 2. Your testosterone is not gone. It's just not awakened in the morning. Very few people know that the morning, right after waking up, is the time when testosterone reaches its peak for the day. If you don't have the right habits during this time to take advantage of that peak, your body will quietly waste this valuable hormone without you even realizing it. Many men after 60 tend to start their day quite passively, to waking up tired, scrolling through their phones, or wandering around a bit before sitting down for a long cup of coffee. However, testosterone needs light movement, a moderate increase in heart rate, and early morning sunlight to be activated most effectively. Imagine testosterone as a warrior ready to go into battle at dawn, but you leave him waiting in the dark and silence for 2 hours. No wonder your strength and performance quietly fade away with him. Just 10-15 minutes of light walking outdoors, a few stretching movements, and letting natural morning light enter your eyes. These simple actions can wake up your entire hormonal system. And more importantly, it helps testosterone not only peak earlier, but also stay at a stable high level for many hours afterward. So if you want your 60s and beyond to come without that downhill slide, don't ignore your mornings, because that is the golden key to maintaining your masculine vitality. My dear friend, after 60, every small choice in your day, especially at night, can make a big difference in your overall health as a man. A wrong habit can slowly erode your testosterone, leading to fatigue, low desire, and the loss of your natural confidence. But just one right change can completely reverse that situation, helping you regain the strength and vitality you thought you had lost. Male vitality doesn't come from magic pills, it comes from consistent, correct actions repeated every single day. And the good news is, you can start doing that tonight. If you found the knowledge in this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next videos on men's health after 60. We will continue to accompany you on this journey to live healthy, live fully, and live with confidence. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. I wish you good health, a positive spirit, and an abundance of testosterone. See you again in the next videos. Tren Kung Kabyo Mo.